Hello everybody and welcome back to the MTDCNC live show. And guess where we are? Oh my goodness, we are on the Ceratizit stand.
Well, these guys are fantastic. I've known them for many years, Lindsay. I've been to a lot of their factories, but they're really showcasing some tooling. They're absolutely fantastic. The type of products that they've actually got here, I'm going to take a tour in a minute.
Well, of course, you know, the last MACH 2018, there's a lot of technology advancements that have been made. So I think that's the key here, that technology advancements within the world of cutting tools. Now, let me give you a little bit of a lowdown as to what's happening. Later on in this show, I'm going to be talking to an amazing Olympic, Commonwealth champion cyclist. Her name's Katie Archbold. Lots of you will know her. In fact, a lady who was just on a stand opposite, she just came running over. She went, "I've just done Katie. It's amazing." She's so excited. So there's a lot of excitement around about this incredible cyclist. She's going to be doing a prize draw at the end of this. But first of all, Mark is going to take you on a tour. Now, Mark, you've been talking to Tony this morning about what's coming up, and I know Tony's in the background, very excited. But what have you learned so far? What would you say is kind of the overriding message from Ceratizit?
The catering's very good, the beer's very good, and that's why they are packed. But they also have fantastic tooling as well. Over 100,000 different products they've got in their catalogue. But the key for Ceratizit UK and Ireland is very much about their technical sales ability. They're not just selling tooling, they're helping solve a problem.
Yeah, exactly, and this is what the live shows are all about, and I've said it on every single live stream so far. We're trying to get you as close to the technology as we are. Unfortunately, if you can't make MACH, or you can make it in a few days to come, we just want to bring that technology closer to you and your screens. Right, I'm going to pass the book over now to you, Mark, who's going to meet with Tony, who's going to have a cutting tool extravaganza.
Okay, right, okay. Well, the whole idea about this stand is to actually really sort of showcase. So Tony Pennington is the Managing Director of Ceratizit UK and Ireland. Tony, we've known each other a long time. It's 23 years since you set up in the UK. Tell us a little bit about that journey.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mark. Yep, 23 years, long time ago. Obviously started in 1999. Our first MACH exhibition was 2002 with a 30 square metre stand. We're now on this magnificent stand here today with 351 square metres, so we've come a long way with the team, all the engineers on here today and all the rest of the team in the back office that support our customers, and obviously customers have took us on that journey as well. So
yeah, it's been a journey. I mean, when you look at your catalogue now, I mean, over 100,000 different products, but you're delivering those in a formidable time if they're actually ordered in a certain time in the day, aren't they? Can you tell a little bit about the audience, about how they get their tooling and how quick?
Yep, various options, Mark. Obviously, as you say, we've got the catalogue. So on the stand here today, we've got all the new products since the last catalogue. So all the new products for the last 2 years are on the stand. Customers can order till 6 o'clock at night for express delivery next day. We stock in Sheffield, but we also stock in our central distribution centre in Germany. And as we're going to have a little look at later, one of our biggest successes has been our vending solutions. We've got more than 450 vending machines with customers where they've got stock on site, so they've got access to tools 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And we'll have a look at that a bit later. That's the fastest way. Okay,
you've broken your stand down into different areas of tooling. Now we're looking at some of the turning applications here. Tell us some of the products that you are showing here, or the new products that you've actually launched over the last 2 years.
In the last 2 years, Mark, the major launch has been our free turn product. So this is dynamic turning, allows very
it's hard materials as well, isn't it?
It can work on hard materials and work across the board on different materials, but yeah, so these are the latest turning products we've got in the catalogue. New stainless steel turning grade, new heat resistant turning grade, so developments across the board really in turning to improve things.
And a lot of the stand, as you can see behind me, is the dragon skin as well. Where does it actually sort of come in on these type of turning products?
So all the latest coating technology is dragon skin coating. So for, as I said, for the stainless steel turning, for heat resistant turning, for our new wear resistant P15 and P25 grades, you can see here. So this is dragon skin coating, and it's got this wear detection, so the customer, the engineer, can see when the insert is getting to a point where he should change to stop any crashes or damages. So you can see exactly what the wear detection is on the insert.
So that's preventing the tool life, but also the surface finishing then as well?
Yeah, it's just making it a more secure process, because he can see exactly when it's getting to a point when he should change the insert. So he knows he's got whatever number batch finished or a certain process finished, and that is then the time to change the insert.
I'm going to put you on the spot here, and I don't say unfair, but is turning, or the sales in turning, is that one of your biggest aspects, or is it milling?
Milling is our biggest area. Turning is a big area, don't get me wrong, and it's a close call, but milling, indexable milling and solid carbide milling is a very strong area for us as well, which we can have a look at now if you want.
Yeah. I think that's to give everybody a tour of the stand. When you've got over 100,000 different products, Tony, it's not easy actually to showcase everything. But from the aspect of what we're seeing here, I'll just move the catalogue if that's okay. But so these are all yet again new products that you've actually launched over the last 2 years.
These are all the latest developments over the last 2 years. So you've got a fantastic comprehensive range now to cover all materials, all applications, in terms of indexable milling, in terms of solid carbide milling. You've got barrel milling, lens cutters, specific tools for heat resistant titanium, specific tools for aluminium, our Silverline product, which is our best selling product, absolutely fantastic performance with that tool, our most commonly used tool. It's the number one choice that our engineers go to when they're recommending an application or a tool for an application. Yeah, so a really strong area for us. And
one point I'd like to say is that you are continually investing, not just in people, but there's a fantastic technical centre up in Sheffield that I've been with some partners where you're actually demoing a lot of these products, and obviously they're bringing they're bringing some of the challenges to you, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have launched the new technical centre in October of last year. We got there 5 engineers. 2, my technical manager Sean Thornton runs the technical centre. Sean's been with the company since 1999 at the beginning. Tony Gale, who's also been with the company since 1999 as project sales engineer. And then we've got 3 young University of Sheffield AMRC graduates who are brilliant young engineers of the future. So it's a brilliant blend of the 5 of them. In that facility, like you say, we'll take a customer's current problem, we'll take it into the tech centre, work on that problem for them, either saving time or improving things, and then we'll go back into the customer's premises to install it. We also do customer training there, so we run sessions where we go through tools, how they are made, how the different coatings are developed, training in terms of people, what they can need to look for in terms of wear detection and things like that, breaking of tools.
And that's been a bit of a change as we walk over here, Tony. But because also from obviously shifting some of your customers out of the way. Apologies, chaps. When you look at that technical aspect that you have got, you haven't had the opportunity to demonstrate it in such a great way as in the new centre, have you?
Well, with the new centre, we got fantastic machine tools from XYZ, from MACH and from Star. So with those machine tools that we've got in there and the investment those companies have made with us, we basically can cover almost all general applications and get things set up on those machines. So yeah, it's a fantastic facility where customers can use it. Just need to come and talk to us this week. We've got all our 40 engineers on the stand. All time-served engineers. They're not salesmen, they are apprentices one time-served engineers, and they're here to discuss applications, problems, look at drawings and recommend tooling for the application. So people should come along.
When you talk about application, we will talk about these products in here, but when you talk about applications, we went on a fantastic case study to a company called Technique in Shrewsbury, was it? Shropshire Way. Actually, it was
Staffordshire.
Staffordshire. That's it. Bad memory myself. Apologies. But
I remember the story in detail. That was with the vice, with the 3mm holding of the part.
Exactly.
CCR cutter for the trochoidal milling.
But it was down to Derek, one of your application and technical guys, where basically they had this part and they brought it down into one op based on getting the right vice, the right tooling. And it's a fantastic case study where you're not just selling as many tools, it's all about the customer and actually bringing some of those ops down, obviously ultimately saving the money.
Yeah, and if you remember that story, Mark, it was a problem around supply, wasn't it? It was getting the forging,
the castings,
the castings, and then obviously the time taken to do that. So, and when they were talking small batches of 50, for example, and the customer's been on the stand today talking with myself and Derek, when you're on small batches and you're under pressure for fast turnaround times, what they managed to do with that is basically machine from billet in virtually, I think they can more or less do it in a couple of days now, can't they, from receiving the inquiry through to the final product. So, and he's been on the stand today. They're going to invest, well, they're looking to invest, I hope they don't mind me saying, some of the guys out there might get a sale. They're looking to invest in more now to increase that fast turnaround service that they've been able to do. But as you say, it was Derek's support technically with the work holding and the CCR trochoidal milling that really made the difference.
And they've branched out overseas as well in America, haven't they?
Yeah.
So a lot of the processes have been developed in the UK.
It can be copy pasted out there. Yeah.
Okay. What we got here? This is obviously
this is all the latest drilling. Again, Mark, fantastic area for us. You've got a range of solid tools, indexable tools, very deep solid tools up to 50 times depth drilling. We were running some of these in the technical centre last week on the XYZ for a customer who couldn't, I think he was paying £200 per hole to have them done outside, and he's going to invest in a new machine to drill them himself, and we managed to do it with one of our deep hole drills. So yeah,
that's where the technical centres actually, and your partners as well, because obviously if you didn't have the latest machine tools, you couldn't prove a lot of these products out.
Exactly.
But you know, when you look at the investment that the Ceratizit Group has worldwide, you know, where does the next product actually come up when you've got over 100,000 products?
From our engineers, from our customers. So we're constantly working on new things, working with our feed through, then obviously through to our R&D department. So we're always feeding back from the market. Our R&D guys are coming out to the market to understand what customers' needs are, what are they needing, what are the challenges, and then from that we develop the tools that can, you know, take it to the next level. There could be a new coating, could be a new substrate, could be a new technology altogether, like the free turn that we looked at. So yeah, so there's always that constant evolution and development of tools to stay at the front.
And like you say, you're very much, you know, talking, you know, and listening to the customers, and I suppose that feedback going to technical guys back at base or around the world effectively comes up with a new concept. But also I suppose a lot of products are actually more, that's very good timing, isn't it? But we'll keep going. But a lot of the products are actually is based on the materials as well. So obviously you've got tools that can like composites for instance, haven't you?
Sorry Mark, I didn't quite get through with the lady.
You've got a lot of tools that can be used for composite manufacturing, plastics as well. So it's not just metallics, is it?
No. So across the composite side of things, again, we've got a full range of solid carbide tools for those types of applications as well. Yeah.
Well, time is everything with that, so we'll move on actually. Okay, so moving forward on to
threading and
threading,
thread making, tapping area. So
I mean,
again,
this is quite is this quite niche tooling, do you think, from your perspective?
It's obviously an established area. There's not so much new technology comes through all the time in this area, but it's bringing people up to the latest methods is the key thing, with thread milling as opposed to tapping. And even in this area, you've got tools like Ultra Mini and Mini Cut, some very clever, nice tools for certain smaller applications, from miniature and mini type tooling applications.
Because I think when I look at a lot of the range and I see your tools out in the field in the vending machines, not necessarily knowing what the tools are, but the application, you've got, to be fair, there's not many applications that you can't put a process, is there?
No, well you saw the catalogue. That catalogue is a big book, it's 5.5 kilos.
The printing costs on that, eh?
Very expensive, yeah. But we still like to print it. We've obviously got it completely on the internet, on online shop, which is a brilliant online system, and approximately 20% of our business goes through online. But you've still got a lot of engineers who still like now. You can see them around the stand, sitting down with the catalogue, looking at a drawing, picking the tool from the catalogue, flicking the pages, turning the pages. So there's still a big market for printed printed material as well as the digital. You need both, basically.
Well, yeah, I mean, I totally echo that, because obviously we publish a magazine as well. You know, there's a need in the marketplace for many ways to actually absorb your information, your news, not just digital.
I think they all complement each other, don't they? The print and the digital. So
yeah, very much so. I mean, as I say, this is very much about your tooling aspect. But when we move over to some of your tool holders, for instance, and also your work holding. Yet again, it's another part of your business that's very, very strong, isn't it, on the tool holding side? What's the range that you're showing here today?
So these are our Centro P tool holders, Mark. This is a fantastic product for accuracy, for really, it's a high performance tool but without a high performance price tag. So if we always recommend any cutting trial we're doing with drilling or milling, we always put them in Centro P to get the best result. And we always try and get our customers to upgrade from the standard tools to Centro P. It's just at the right performance price point to be successful for most people. And
that's the way to go into a marketplace, isn't it? It's not just about actually developing the product, it's where it fits into the market cost-wise.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, there's some very big...
well, this one, I don't know if you remember from the open day, you remember the big hole that we were this is a Pentron drill.
Yes, yeah.
I can't remember the exact diameter but that went solid into a component.
Yes,
I remember?
Yeah. I think it's over there. We'll come to that in a moment, actually.
Okay.
But
so this is a fantastic tool. I think we can see on one of the videos there's a live demonstration of the Pentron, isn't there?
There was.
So if anybody wants to see that, that's worth
actually
watching.
it's one of the best videos that we've put on YouTube for a long time and on MTD as well. But moving along to your another part of the business, which is very, very strong as well, is your work holding solutions. Now, how do you develop these? So there is many companies that are offering bespoke work holding solutions. How do you compete?
You compete with people. So again, as part of our offering with our technical sales engineers, it's a complete support. It's from the spindle to the table, basically. And our guys, we don't go out and just sell vices on their own. We look at a component, we look at a drawing, we look at something the customer's trying to achieve, and as part of that solution we recommend the work holding that fits that requirement. So we sell it almost as a default of the solution that we're providing. We don't go out to sell it, it's part of the overall package when we're doing all the cutting tools and everything. It's a complete solution for the customer.
I'll come back to that, but we're not long before that mountain bike is given away by Katie Archibald, and also Lindsay is going to be talking to. I mean, she's a fabulous person. But just sort of coming back to what you've just said about the work holding side, Techni, that company, I mean, you're holding just 3 mil.
Yeah, that was on the ZSG4 vice, which will be in. We've got the current special selection running at the moment, Mark, but in the next one there'll be a promotion about the Techni story on the front page of that, and there'll be a promotion for that vice work holding system. As you said, we were holding on 3 mil. Again, Derek provided very, very good technical support to find that solution for them.
Well, I think this was we was talking about the U-Draw, weren't we?
No, it wasn't.
Was it not this one? No, it looks similar.
It looks similar. I don't think it's on the standard.
Okay.
But the video is definitely on the website.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
And it's when you look at all the solutions that I suppose a lot of new customers think, Ceratizit, they're really big. They've got all these tools. Do you think that having the technical guys is the key to actually sort of find the best solution rather than just selling a part at all?
It always has been, Mark. Since 1999, we started with 11 engineers, 6 of which are still with the company. The average service level of our whole team, so 65, 66 of us in the UK now, is 12 years. So we're a 23-year-old company and the average service is 12 years. So our team makes the difference. Both the engineers who go out and visit customers and look after them and build the trust and the relationships, and obviously the people in the back office who are answering the phone calls, processing the orders, the accounts team, the vending team. We have a team that manage the vending system.
Now you've said it, because I mean, this is the future, really, isn't it? Or has been the future, because last time I saw your vending machines, it's not just singly. I mean, you're doubling up now as well, aren't you?
Yeah. So this is our Tom 840 vending machine. A recent launch is now the extension. So you've now got a main unit, and you can have, is it, Chris, up to 3 extension units? So you can fit typically, and this is called a Tom 840 because it's got 840 positions, but typically you might get 300, 400 tools in one machine because of sizes. But then we can now extend it by another 3. So on one screen, customers can search for the tools they want, and then it will come out of the relative machine.
Okay.
So you haven't got a screen, you don't have to search by machine. And it doesn't mean, for example, in the past, you might have a milling machine, a turning machine. You don't need that anymore. You can put the tools wherever you want in the background, find them on the system, and then it vends them. And then the customers get one invoice per month, one purchase order, major time saving, cost saving. All the stock is consigned stock, so they don't pay for anything until they vend it, which again a good cash flow benefit for them.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
And there's no obsolete tools. So if we update our tools like we were talking about and we make a product obsolete, the customer is not left with those tools.
Yeah.
It's our stock, we take it away, we put the new tools in, so they've got no obsolete.
So does the system actually talk to you guys and order it, or is it a process that you do manually as such?
In there, Mark, is a SIM card, and we dial into the SIMs every day. We've got more than 450 machines now, Chris. 450 something out with customers. So we dial into them all. We have a team in Sheffield who manage then the replenishment process. And then we have a team of engineers out and about on the road, refilling the machines every week, every fortnight, every month, dependent on the volume requirement.
It's quite interesting now the vending machines have actually changed, aren't they? Because it's a bit like when I used to be a kid and I used to go to the swimming baths and I could see my packet of crisps that I wanted. That's how they were developed, but it's evolved for it much more. And so how many tools can you get? Can we have a look inside?
Yeah,
just
a
view.
Chris.
I think it's quite interesting.
The beauty of this system, you've got all the modern technology on the front, but then when it's open behind it is a very logical system to maximise the storage capacity. So, are we all right there, Chris? The door's a bit heavy. So
right, okay, I'm with you.
You want to show the screen there, Chris? And so you can see, obviously, it swivels. This is the configuration behind. So this is where when Chris installs machines in various customers up and down. We have 2 guys, Chris and another Chris who's not here this week, but installing, maintaining, developing the systems across the UK and Ireland, and that's what Chris would work on, and then that becomes the screen for the customer. But behind, we're vending Parker pens this week at the show, so if customers want to come along.
I was going to say, it doesn't look like much tooling in there.
Ceratizit Parker pen.
Fantastic.
So you can see these things, you can move them and adapt them according to the size of the tool. So what that means is you can maximise the density. You're not with fixed positions. So if you had, say, for example, something that size, but your fixed positions were this big, then you're limited to that number of positions. Whereas this can go up. So if you had just drills and only drills, you could put 840 tools in here. That's what you could fit in.
And obviously, linking in with the back office, I presume that obviously this is communicating with you guys as and when needed as well. Not just about stock, but if you're changing, let's say another job comes in, or even like shift work, you want to know how much is actually left before you do these things. So we're just going to let this young lady talk. Timing's everything, to be fair, but you say 450 machines that you've actually got. Is that increasing? Is this becoming
constantly increasing? Obviously, we've all met challenges this last year with stock availability and delivery. So having stock on site for our customers has become absolutely critical. And this is not the biggest customers. This goes across our entire customer base, more or less. So if a customer is buying from us on a regular monthly basis, then please come and talk to us about a vending solution. We can put stock on site, cater for your requirements. It's all bespoke, so the system is programmed then to the tools that the customer has got. We can change it, and this is where you come in there, Mark. Our engineers talk to the customer about what they're going to be doing, and then they can plan to take tools out, put tools in, and have the right tools at the right time for them when they need it.
So why wouldn't you have a vending machine? I mean, it seems...
It's a fantastic service.
Yeah.
If I had my own machine shop,
Yeah.
I would have this system.
Or just the one?
I'd have the main and the extension.
Okay, now the exciting part. Now, our passion, Tony, both of us, is cycling.
Yep.
Can you tell me a little bit about your relationship with Hope Technologies and what we're actually looking at here?
So this is the Olympic track bike, Olympic winning track bike that we're very thrilled to introduce Katie in a while. Katie Archibald, Olympic gold champion, is on the stand today to see customers and sign cards. So Katie rode one of these bikes to Olympic gold success. It was made with our tools, you can see on this video behind. So the mould for the wheels and the mould for the frame were made with our tools in Hope in Barnoldswick. Hope actually have a vending machine, a bespoke vending machine to manage all the tools. So we supply basically the tools to make the mould that then makes the bike, and that's the connection. Obviously then Katie rides for our Ceratizit WNT Pro cycling team, ladies cycling team. She's a professional within that team of other 15 riders, 16 in total. So we have a connection then from the bike to the tools to the team, and then we try and close that loop.
And closing it down even more. Now this is the bike, courtesy of Ceratizit UK and Ireland, that we're giving away in a moment with Katie. But tell me a little bit about the development on this bike based on Hope and your tooling solutions.
Yep, so this is the Hope HB 130 mountain bike, 29er. Again, all our tools were used to make the mould, to make most of the cranks, for example, and the other components on the bike. All again made in Barnoldswick. Hope, fantastic company. They make everything in house. You've seen Mark when we've been. So working with us, using the cutting tools to make everything for the bike. And as you say, Mark, one of these will be going to a customer today. Katie will do the live draw in a moment. When the customer wins it, whoever wins it, it will be sized up for them, obviously according to their size requirement. And when they collect it, it'll be handmade for them or built for them in Barnoldswick. And we'll organise a factory tour, which is a fantastic factory. We could do a factory tour when they collect the bike, so it'll be a great day as well.
Yeah, well, exactly. Well, you know, talking about celebrities, I know our Lindsay is going to be introducing Katie in a moment. But when you look at the relationship you've got with all this wonderful technology, giving the bikes away, why are you giving it away? What is the main drive?
We've got two charities that we've raised money for a long time, Mark. So we've raised over £55,000 for British Heart Foundation and Cancer Research UK. So all the entries of people that went into the prize draw for this bike, that goes to that charity. And when we're doing customer mountain biking events, so I ride this bike with customers. Customers can ride a Hope bike with me when we have the days. Yeah. And everybody makes a contribution to those charities when they come on one of our events. And as I say, we've raised £55,000.
Oh, that's just incredible. I mean, that's hats off to you guys as well. But should we let the ladies take
the reins?
Yes. Well, over to you.
May I welcome onto the stand? Can I just get you to do a bit of a pan around this stand to just showcase how busy it is here on the stand and how popular you are, Katie. I mean, we're talking about World, Olympic, European and Commonwealth cycling champion Katie Archibald. Thank you so much for letting us interview you.
Oh, well, yeah, thanks for inviting me.
Right, okay, the prize draw will be happening very, very shortly. There's lots and lots of people standing around waiting to get their prize. But first of all, I want to find out a little bit more from Katie. So, can you tell me about some of your achievements?
Yeah, I suppose, well, my one big achievement is what brought me here today. So I won an Olympic gold medal on one of these Hope bikes made with Ceratizit cutting tools. So that's the kind of ticket I've been dining out on for the past 6 months.
And a well-deserved one at that.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, so it's 2 Olympic golds, 4 world titles, and a lot of other things I'm very proud of.
And you should absolutely be. It's just incredible. I just want to know, what's a day in the life of Katie Archibald then?
A day in the life. Yeah, it's always engineers' conferences and this is the treat of being a track cyclist. I'm out on the road. I'm in the velodrome. I'm in the gym. I'm doing a lot of work on the static bike. There's no there's no one day. Obviously, there is a lot of volume. I do get out on the roads a lot, but I try and keep it as maybe close to an office job as possible, so that you've got your rhythm to your day. So that I'm trying to keep my training between 9 to 5. You can still have dinner with your family and stuff like that, and it's just fierce racing at the weekends.
I love this, so much dedication as well. Now, let's talk about the track bike first before we go to the mountain bike. Now, again, made from Hope components as well. Can you tell me kind of what makes this bike so, like, what are your needs from a bike like this then?
Yeah, so what's so special to me about going to an Olympics on a bike like this is the history surrounding Lotus, and the fact that Hope have managed to create such an iconic bike that really is one of a kind. There was nobody else on the games on a frame like this. It's genuinely a feat of engineering to have this mold that's so large, and there's basically so much carbon to it to still keep it the weight that it is. It's not a light bike, but consideration to how much is there. It is, like I say, one of a kind. It is going to revolutionize track cycling.
I love it. You said a feat of engineering as well, and we're at MACH. This is the heart of all of the technology. That's why so many people are here. Okay, we're going to move on very, very shortly to the prize draw, because there's lots of people eagerly waiting this prize draw. So should we move over to the mountain bike? Can you just tell me again a little bit more about this bike? Because a little birdie tells me that this has a bit of a value of around about £6,000. So what makes this so good?
Yeah, so this is a bike that we're drawing in a few minutes, and I'm more at home on this steed, but I know that this is something that's all terrain. So whether you're going cross country riding, downhill riding, this is the steed for you. And whoever's name I pull out the bag in a few minutes' time is going to be one lucky rider.
And as a cyclist, we're talking about, again, from Hope components as well. As a cyclist, mentally, you working with Ceratizit, I kind of feel like you knowing the whole process, the manufacturing process, how does that mentally help you as a cyclist then?
Yeah, so the machine is such an important part of my trade, amplified 10 times over in track cycling. We're essentially the F1 of cycle sport. So
absolutely.
So to be spoken through that process, to understand the engineering and the research and development that goes into those bikes is a very special. It's a privilege to go onto a start line knowing that you have the best equipment available.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah,
I think.
And the edge that gives you is you can't put a price on it.
You it just gives you that little bit more confidence. Knowing that helps you mentally as well.
And the confidence isn't misplaced. To understand in real terms why this bike is so fast is valuable.
Oh, absolutely incredible. Right, okay, we're going to bring over Hannah now, who has got the name of everyone. All the names are in the hat, so if Hannah, you stand in the centre, this is where all the cameras are. Everyone wants to know, so big drum roll, go for it. Who is the winner of the £6,000 amazing Hope bike?
And my congratulations to Dave Buchan. You can?
Dave Buchan, yes, okay, congratulations to Dave Buchan. I'm going to find out in my ear just exactly what company Dave is from. A massive congratulations to you. I mean, I don't know where Dave is. Oh, from Monolution. Okay, yeah, from Monolution, so massive congratulations to you. I don't know if he's here or anything, but of course you must speak to Tony, and you are going to be...
That's the difference, is
happy owner.
Dave is actually going to be invited up to the Hope technology guys to actually get custom fitted as well, isn't he? So that's the benefit of these types of bikes as well.
Yeah, well done, Dave. Congratulations, wherever you are.
Yes.
As obviously an absolutely fantastic prize. I've ridden this bike, not this particular one, but these bikes many times. They are fantastic bikes. So you're a very lucky winner. We'll get you sized up, and then we'll get your bike made at Hope, obviously with our cutting tools. And then when it's ready, we'll invite you up to Barnoldswick. Dave can come along, do a factory tour at Hope and collect his bike and then have some good fun riding it. So that's
how incredible is that? We need to see some social media as well of Dave out and about on the road. Now, just to kind of close it off a little bit, Katie, a little birdie tells me that you're injured at the moment.
Yeah, I was a sad birdie. Yeah, yeah. I'm tap dancing today, but I fractured a couple of small bones in my back. I should still get all the sympathy of a broken back, but it's not that serious.
I'll give you some. Oh, okay, we'll give you sympathy.
But also on a positive note is that you've had some good news as well about competing this year as well, haven't you? Can you explain to the audience what you're doing this year? So back injury, but I'm still hoping to be ready. Well, this is Commonwealth Games year, and it's in the UK. We've got Birmingham Commonwealth Games. There's so many.
Isn't it? It's in Birmingham, I think.
In Birmingham, yeah, of course, that's where we are.
Yeah, that's where we are.
Yeah, just around the corner. So that's still a big target that I think is not going to move for me. I'm going to be able to come back round from this and pull in my Team Scotland kit and represent my country at Commonwealth Games.
And to add to that, I recently went to Paris, and everywhere they're starting to see all of the Olympic memorabilia, and so you're going to be there as well.
I mean, that's the big goal. There's no harm in setting your ambitions high, and that's where I want to be.
So I'm in awe of Katie and the dedication that she puts in. Any final few words, just kind of about your connection with Ceratizit and Hope?
No, just I suppose to express my gratitude to Ceratizit, to Hope, and to everybody here for giving us an insight, like you say, into how the bike is made, and to help me go faster.
Absolutely. Right, it's such a busy stand. Just to finalise, if you cannot make MACH this year, of course this is a little bit of an insight, but if you can, hopefully you can during the week, make sure you're visiting the Ceratizit stand, and I think Tony here is just going to close off as to why.
Thank you very much, Lindsay. Yeah, so I'd just like to say to customers, as Lindsay has said, a very busy stand this week. We've got all 40 of our engineers on the stand this week, here to talk to you, have a coffee, have a beer, discuss different metal cutting issues, or look at drawings, things you're looking to make, or problems you need to solve. All the guys are here all week, all 40 engineers. Please do come along. I think we've had over 120 registered visitors on Monday, which is busy for a Monday. And I'm sure Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday will be equally busy, but please, there's space for everybody. Please come along and meet us. And
I think it's also very important to say is that these guys are not just selling tooling, they're selling you a solution. And Tony, finally, can I just say it's been great to be on the actual stand. However, I would say that your presence to do this for charity, could you just remind people how much you've raised for charity?
Yeah, over £55,000, Mark, we've raised from the events we've been doing for the last, it started with the London to Paris ride, British Heart Foundation, about 10 years ago, 10 years ago. And we've continued every event we do, we raise money for those two charities, so we're very proud of that.
Well, we at MTDCNC take our hat off to you, but also Katie Archibald is here till 4 o'clock today, so if you want your photograph or an autograph, she's here. Tony, thank you very, very much, and obviously Dave's going to be a very happy guy.
He's going to be very happy indeed. Cheers, Mark, thank you.